I'm Raphael Warnock, and I approve this message.
We all have traditions at this time of year. Certainly Thanksgiving Day itself brings lots of traditions, but if you have been in Chattanooga for any length of time, you know the day after Thanksgiving is a doozy around here, and not because of your Black Friday shopping. Dawn Gelset is here with the River City Company gearing us up for the Reindeer Run?
Reindeer on the Riverfront.
That's it.
And the Lighted Boat Parade.
That's the one I'm trying to get to, so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So I think the Reindeer on the Riverfront is newer to me than the Lighted Boat Parade.
Yes, that was an addition that River City Company added last year.
Okay.
So we heard from the community through the One Riverfront planning process
Yeah.
that they wanted even more free, open to the community activities in the Riverfront district. So we have this amazing Lighted Boat Parade that happens every year. This is the 42nd year for the Lighted Boat Parade with Irwin Marina and the Southern Belle. And so they've been doing this for ages, but we thought, why don't we add some on-land activities for the family? And so we're gonna have real live reindeer on site that you can come and take a picture of them and learn about reindeer. And then we also have free pictures with Santa.
I love that. So is it down at the pier?
It is on the Chattanooga Green and Ross's Landing, so we take over that entire area. There's food vendors, there's drink vendors, we have artist vendors this year, face painting, miniature train rides for the families. So it's going to be a great day in the Riverfront district.
You know, my girls are now, I can't hardly say this, but they're 18 and 24. So they still, though, talk about, you know, when you're a child, things that you do even just once or twice. As an adult, you remember it like you did it all the time. But we did these all the time. But the parade for sure, and then just going down and enjoying the windows and the EPB windows, and just the fun of walking the beautiful streets and having that cup of hot chocolate in your hand to kind of keep you warm, and it doesn't have to cost hardly anything.
That's right. The entire event is free. Of course, the vendors, if you want to come and have dinner or things like that, but the fireworks, the grand fireworks show is happening again this year. So to give you a rundown on the schedule, it all starts at 4:00 p.m. The reindeer will be there. Santa is going to make his grand entrance at 4:30 p.m. And then the Lighted Boat Parade starts right at 7, and then the grand fireworks shows at 8.
And then you're home to be nestled in your bed by 9 o'clock.
That's right. That's right.
That is so fun. And I'm sure that this means an awful lot to the vendors, both the ones who will, are there vendors actually there selling things in addition to local businesses that have storefronts?
There are additional vendors. So last year we had about 10,000 people, and so while Cold Stone and Agave and Rye, they had booming business that day, and that's what we want to see as River City Company. But we also bring in other artists and local vendors too.
Right. Okay, you said something, and I know you've been on the show talking about it before lately, and I still can't think of the name of it. But you called it, is it the One Riverfront Plan, or what did you call it?
Yes, the One Riverfront Plan.
I was right.
It was, it was a process that we did in 2020 and 2021, and over 2,300 people gave us feedback about things that they would like to see happen in the Riverfront district. It's been about 30 years since we've really focused on that area, and some say it's almost been loved to death. Others say it feels more like a place for tourists or visitors to come to instead of locals. And so that's why we're adding all these elements to traditional events like the Lighted Boat Parade that our locals want to see, and that we're supporting local vendors and local artists and musicians.
Well, and that's such a smart thing, and I'm assuming that plan has kind of come and gone. The input has been received, and now it's being exported, right?
Yes, we're starting into the implementation phases of that plan. So the Broad Street, reimagining Broad Street is part of that. You'll see more and more coming from River City Company about humanizing some of the local parks, adding some more events and activities, not just on the weekends, but throughout the daytimes as well.
Well, I'm glad that you could elaborate, which I clearly could not do, but it's part of what has always made Chattanooga, I think, so unique, is it's a city where the people are represented, and they really are. I mean, the nonprofits that we have here, so many of them were grassroots efforts, and the look at the downtown area and as it grows beyond it really is done with Chattanoogans in mind, and that's a big thing.
That's right. And so we recognized last year when we had record crowds at the event that listening to our residents, hearing from them of features that they would like to see added, that's what we want to do. That's what we want to continue to hear from the community, input on ways that we can improve downtown for our locals as long as our visitors.
So with the reindeer, do you get to pet them or just see them?
So Santa is the only one that gets to touch his reindeer.
Okay.
And so you can see them. They are behind a fence, but
Okay.
there are guides there, education individuals that will be there. They'll pass around antlers that have fallen off from the reindeer. So they do shed their antlers, and so you can learn about the reindeer, you can feel their antlers, and understand a little bit what makes them magical.
I wonder which one will be there. Comet, Blitzen, Vixen,
We're still
Rudolph?
coordinating which one. They do have a busy schedule this time of year, but we're making good plans for Santa and the reindeer to be here on
Fun
time.
to see you. Okay, so it's Reindeer on the Riverfront and the Lighted Boat Parade. The fun begins at 4 o'clock on November 25th at Ross's Landing. As you heard Dawn say, it's free to attend. Just bring some money if you want to buy some things while you're down there from the vendors and get something to eat and drink. RiverCityCompany.com. You can always learn more there.
Thank you.
West Yellowknife Trading Post has everything under the sun. Huge selection of vanities starting at $2.99. Unfinished cabinets, bases, and vanities as low as $71.